How's it going, everybody? I'm your host Sean with Paper Planes, and welcome back to episode 34 of my ultimate walkthrough for Dark Souls. We're here at the Ulasil Sanctuary, and we're headed over to the Royal Wood. This is a different part of the DLC content. So we're just going to cross over this bridge here. You can see off in the distance we've got some enemies over there. I kind of consider these guys similar to the bush people in the Darkroot Gardens, except these guys carry pitchforks instead of throw long arm tentacles at you. They move about the same speed, and that's just my little thought on them. They're not difficult, but they have quick attacks because they use a spear-like weapon, so if you get hit, you're going to kind of get stunned, and they're going to throw a lot of consecutive attacks at you. So you need to be a little bit fast. See what I'm talking about? They just lunge forward with those attacks. And if you're using a really slow swinging weapon like I am, you have to be very cautious with that kind of thing. But I'm just stubborn with this sword. I love it so much. And we also have some really big boy enemies up here. You're about to see one of them very shortly. They are tough to do damage to. So I'm actually going to equip one of my casting... Where are you at, buddy? I've got this catalyst here, and I'll show you just how little damage it's going to do. Is this the catalyst I want to use? No, I want to use the Ulasil catalyst. It just looks fancy. I'll show you how much the soul arrows do on these regular guys here. The regular bros. Not much, but it's not too bad either. You know, it's not like I'm proficient with those spells. I don't have a lot invested in that type of damage tree, so it's okay. This guy right here, he can't hear me yet, so I'm going to load up a heavy soul arrow and fire away at him. See, really weak damage for a heavy soul arrow. Now it's time to get the hell away from him. He's got huge range because his weapon is so heavy. Oh wow, that was a bad miss. And another. Yeah, you just want to get out of here. Kill that guy first. What he does is he can like actually pummel you into the ground. My shield is not really a concern right now. When he lifts that hammer, it's going to hit you. See what I'm saying? You gotta stay away from that kind of attack. So you can get behind him, swing, land that hit. But you never want to be around that hammer when he pulls it out of the ground. A lot of people are going to learn that the hard way. That's why I decided to show you that there. Because it looks like a vulnerability. Yeah, his hammer's stuck in the ground. Let's go attack him. But he does huge damage when he hits you with that. So if you're a ranged fighter, like we have these casting abilities here, you want to play it safe. When he's got the hammer stuck in the ground, just pepper him with spells. Or pyromancy is what I would prefer in that instance. But it's okay. So we're going to keep hugging this right wall here. And you'll see this building over here. Don't run too far or you'll fall to your death over there. We're going to kind of clear this place out systematically as we move through this zone. You can see most of the enemies off in the distance. Some of them are kind of camouflaged a little bit. But when you get to this building, you're a little bit safe. You don't have to worry about too much. So we can come up here and we're going to get one piece of the Guardian Gauntlet, or the Guardian set. The Guardian set is a really big, heavy set armor. And if you're wondering what this is, it's going to be a shortcut eventually. You just have to get to the other side of it first to activate that lift. Just like most elevators in this game, once you activate one end of it, the other side will be open for use for all future trips back and forth. Okay, so this guy, he's probably going to see me there. Both of them see me. It's okay at first because the one guy is so much faster than the other. God, I thought he was coming. Man, he just does a hell of a lot of damage for a little dude like that. Alright, so here you go. You can see that's our chance to do a little bit of damage. We know better than that now. He's actually good to just hit with heavy soul arrows once you get him to swing his attacks. They're really slow moving. Alright, sweet. We should do pretty good damage next time we hit him with our sword. So let's just focus on drawing that last attack and finish him off here. Oh yeah, that's quite the reward for just a regular mob like that. This guy, look at his corpse. That's a funky way to die there, buddy. Nice. Get off of my tree. Okay, so let's get our bearings again. That's the problem about this forest, is everything looks the same. You have to find some kind of landmark to figure out where you're at. Alright, so we know where we are again. We're going to move forward to this cluster, and this is where we're going to find a blue titanite slab sitting in that chest in the water there. So we'll drag this guy out. Now he launched himself so we can get an easy kill. I want to separate these two. God, I knew he was going to do that. I saw that coming a mile away too. I'm trying to figure out how close we can stay to this guy. Oh, that's bad. I dove a little bit too soon, and that could have been the death of me right there. I'm going to swing twice. There we go. Actually took 3 swings to kill him. Thankfully, I was able to move fast enough. Alright. So we got a couple more of those enemies sitting in there. You know, if you want to pull out your bow and arrow, this is definitely a good place to use that kind of thing. You can pick off these smaller enemies right off the bat. Come on, guys. Come to daddy. Alright, well, I'm going to stand there. Might as well get in some easy damage. Run away! See, that thing, if I would have targeted, I would have got my ass kicked. And now we're good to go. Mano y mano with the big boy. Ugh. Shit. I didn't think I was in the wheelhouse of that attack. I wasn't sure if he could hit me with that if I was behind him, but now I know for certain. Where you going, buddy? I know you're baiting me into a soul arrow attack so you can slap me. Gah. So bad with that range sometimes. Alright, this is the kill. So you see, they're not too difficult. Obviously they deal a lot of damage, but it's hard for them to hit you with a bunch of hits consecutively. This is not a lootable item. Alright. So let's find our bearings again as we get turned around, like always. It's just really tough to see. I think that's the water source in the middle. Well, wasn't that it? Is this a different one? Sorry. Alright, so there's the thingamabob. Right. Alright, I guess I couldn't see the chest for whatever reason. So there's our blue titanite slab. Obviously a great item to have in such an easy location. I like that they reward you with such a great loot item right off the bat. So we'll go ahead and take a look over here, see what we've got ahead of us. You can see off in the distance there's plenty of stuff to obtain. So we know that we've got a lot of things to look forward to. This you can actually get down here if you wanted to roll onto it. You can see some enemies sitting over there. But we're going to go over here first. Make sure that we circle this whole area, just so you guys can see all that we've got to deal with. You can see the enemies over here. This guy. And we're going to get a nice purple moss clump. Get this guy too. I like that launching attack. Just total disregard for their lives. It's a good one. Alright, so that's the bridge we came in on. And now we're going to go over here. Heal up at this point. Got this one guy. Wow. Now the funky thing is he actually runs and kind of gets his other dudes to join him. So you got to use your ears here. You can hear him jumping around from up top. Oh, that rock is no good. So this is an area where you can use the height to your advantage if you need to. Hate that fucking attack. But even if they're clustered, you can still separate them by doing these run in, run out attacks. Here's one of the last ones. Alright, now let's start looting the bodies. Give us your loot. There's nothing else. Okay. Now, later on, we're going to get to some more of these guys that actually don't attack you. And I'll show you what I mean. But if you see some of them that are kind of standoffish, they're not actually going to attack you until you pose a threat. Alright, big boy. It's me and you, baby. Jeez, how did I get away? Alright, come on. I don't know why I did that. I honestly didn't think his hammer was stuck in the ground. So I've been pretty reckless throughout this episode, clearly. But there's still knowledge to be had. So that's okay. So here's our second piece of the Guardian armor set. Now, if you just want to watch a video on how to obtain the Guardian set, I have an independent video on that alone as well, as I do most things in this game. Alright, so that's where we came from, and that was another area where we could have come from. So let's check out the rest of this zone. See off in the distance here this bridge. Now you got to be careful. This is actually an area where you can get stunned. So if you're running with those enemies behind you chasing, if you just decide to run through there instead of actually fight them, when you get to this point, there's going to be a big old dragon, and that's Calamite, and it's actually a future boss fight. It's an optional fight, but it's one you should do, and it's one that we will definitely do together. But he's going to fly through here, and he's going to stagger you. So if you get close and he lands on the bridge, he staggers you, and that gives the enemy a good opportunity to give you quite a few hacks and slashes and can easily kill you. So you want to make sure that those guys aren't giving you chase when you run to the bridge like that. Alright, so I can hear some enemies walking about. There's one of our crystal golems, or crystal lizards. You don't want to run too far or you'll fall off that ledge. Alright, so this is an area that you definitely need to be very cautious about. There is a lot of textures that look like it's safe to walk on. The colors are all the same. There's a lot of dark shading going on, but there's going to be some holes that you can fall into. So be aware, move around pretty slowly, figure out where you're at, and take your time with things. Alright. So you can see over here what I'm talking about. There's a drop here. You can't just like walk over onto this thing. It's going to be a bad time for you if you try to do so. So we can go over here and get a good look of what's ahead of us. This is a good viewpoint for us. And you can drop down and deal with some stuff over here if you want. You can hear some things moving around. Yep, there's some bad dudes. And then we've got that big boy that we could overhear earlier. And we'll deal with them later on. Don't worry about that. They gonna get what's coming to them. So you want to be careful where you choose to drop down. Go ahead and loot this. Large soul. There we go. That worked. Wanted to bait that fall. I've decided since I'm running low on Estus flasks that I'm going to need to actually fight tactically instead of just throwing my huge sword around. It's way more fun to do that, but tactics pay off big time. Alright, so we got another good vantage point over here. You can see the areas that we've come from just to overlook things and say, okay, well, I can see there's lootable stuff, and then I can see things that I need to get. Like we see a crystal lizard right there, and we see off in the distance over my head against the back of that building, we've got another lootable item there. So let's try and get this guy. There we go. Not too hard. Now we've got some enemies coming our way, so we're going to have to be pretty cautious about this. The scooper attack. Oh shit. I thought I was doing a sweeping attack. That was bad. Alright. Shit. Man, that AoE is just huge. He's moving backwards pretty fast. Alright. He's going to take 2 more hits, most likely. Oh, just 1. Sweet. Alright, so our Estus Flask is useless at this point, so I'm putting on my humanities in my item slot. So we can walk over here. See this item? Go ahead and get it. It's another nice soul. Another nice soul for money in the bank. Come on, big boy. What you got for me? Oh, I haven't seen him do that one in a while. That was not good. That would have been a kill shot if he landed that. Alright. So we still got a lot of stuff to gather around here. Now we're moving back into the main area of this ground here. You see those guys cutting the trees over there. They're not really going to mess with you, so don't attack them just yet. But these guys will come after you. And they're not looking our way, so we can get in and do a sneaky attack if we try. Hey there, buddy. You can't hear me because I'm walking real slow. Nice. Let's see what this guy wants to do. What? Sweep the leg, Johnny. Okay. So, let me show you this. Just walking around. Sup, bro? I know you see me. What's going on? But I just don't like these guys here. No mercy. Now, this guy stops, but he still hasn't heard me, so I can... Oh, okay. Can't get that... Ooh, shit. Wanted to get that backstab in, but I couldn't right there. They actually deal some pretty good damage if they get those scissors on you, so you got to be careful with that. And a gold coin. Gold coin is just something that you're going to trade with Framped. Framped is that big lizard that hangs out at Firelink Shrine, so you can trade with him for currency. It's just like having another soul in your inventory, so it's not a big deal, to be honest with you. It's kind of a waste of an item. They should really have some other use for those things. Alright, so we're going to continue moving on here. We're going to go up this hill this time. Got to deal with these guys, of course. Hey, buddies. How's it going? Okay. So we're going to have very few enemies left to deal with, but we're going to have to watch where we're stepping because they're going to be hidden and there's lots of bad places to fall into. So here's one more item to loot. Another soul. And we have quite the few souls saved up now. Not just in our soul counter, but we've got a lot of souls in our inventory to cash in on. So you can hear that guy down below me. So you want to be careful, because if you try to do a leaping attack on his head and miss, he's going to be able to land a bunch of attacks on you. Alright. So he's just running all over the place. He's going to come try to get us. This is our chance to look around and see what we can get. So we see a soul item over there. Here he is. And this guy just really wants some of me. Come on up here, buddy. It's like he gets all the way over here and turns his back to me. Come on. That was a big fail. That was something I would have done if I was him. Alright. So here we go. Now we can fall down here and have a little bit less to worry about. Let's just be sure that we've got some ground beneath us. So we're going to roll to the right. Look around. We see a body over here. Look up. Nothing there. And we get an Elizabeth mushroom. I want to show you guys what this item is because I know a lot of you have never seen this before. So it's going to be in this section here. Sorry, we've got quite a few items to sift through. Guess I should have started from the top. Don't say it. I hate that Drake song. Okay, so we can toggle the display. Large medicinal mushroom of Elizabeth, keeper of the sanctuary. Eating this mushroom invigorates the flesh and greatly restores hit points for a limited duration. Its dramatic effect can make the difference between a warrior's life and death. So it's just another health item, essentially. I know you guys are going to have fun with that. Eating shrooms, bro. Awesome. Yeah, whatever, kids. Okay, so we're just going to continue working through here. We're going to make our way over here. Lots of holes to fall in, so be careful. We're trying to get this item sitting on the ledge. We're going to have to make a jump to get to it. So it's one of those things that's going to be extremely frustrating if you fail. So just be ready for this. You see this here? Please. Please, God. Please, Dark Souls, Jesus. Okay. Just like jumping in this game, for whatever reason, is the scariest shit in the world to me. Okay. So we got the helm. That's a good thing. And we're going to work our way over towards these bad boys. See them off in the distance. This guy's kind of hiding out. And it's time to use another humanity. What's up there, buddy? I see you. I can actually just use my shield and do things the old-fashioned way. Can't hurt me. I can hurt you. So if I want to make things easy, you know, play it on easy mode. Just sit there and block things with your shield. I'm not really doing parrying because I've got such a slow attack right now. I mean, parrying's great, but a lot of the enemies in the later on stages of the game, you can't really parry. Like, there's no way in hell I'm trying to parry these fast swinging mobs. Their attacks vary so much, and the timing is just not worth finding out when you can just sit here and take 0 damage with the shield out in front of you. So this guy just wanders around, really. We can focus in on him. Let's get him to do one more. The double swing is just brutal. It's another high risk maneuver. Alright. So we should have... There it is. Let me get this guy. Make sure nothing's hiding around. Goff's Great Arrow. So if you're wondering what the heck that is, we're going to find out sooner than later. In a few more episodes, I believe. And here we go. This is the main piece to the Guardian armor, and we've completed that set finally. Guess we're going to have to use one more humanity to deal with this guy. I could tell he was going to recover quickly with that one. Here we go, get our kill. Much better. Starting to get a better feel for this, and we're going to get a nice item here. Twinkling Titanite. Alright. Okay, excellent. So, we pretty much got everything that we needed to from this zone here. Now we're going to progress a little bit further. Getting all this loot is just a matter of circling around, killing the enemies. I mean, you could literally just sprint through here and grab whatever you can. But I just like to do things a little bit more methodically when I'm doing a video, so you guys have a better idea of where I'm at and what you have to deal with if you approach these zones. That's the funny thing about doing a playthrough like this, is it takes me a lot longer to beat the game because I would just never be wandering around so slowly and pointing out all these little tidbits here and there. There's a lot of enemies that I would just bypass completely, and if you ever watch a speed run, that's exactly what people do. I mean, they're just skipping everything but certain bosses, just moving past enemy after enemy, and it's all about evasion and just running. If you pretty much every enemy, if you just run by it, it's never going to get a chance to hit you. Alright, so we've activated this one shortcut, so now it's good on both sides. And there's no enemies out here, so you don't need to worry. Need humanity. And anytime you see that, it's just something saying like, hey, you're going to need help for this, whatever's upcoming, so it's a good place to summon some support. Now if you go down here, there's the boss fight, the Calamite, the big dragon. We don't need to deal with that yet. There's some other loot stuff there too, but we'll deal with that in a little bit later on episode. There's another area over here as well, so you can check this out really quick. This is another shortcut that we're going to have to get access to later. Try jumping. No, you don't want to do that. Bad advice. Alright. There's no items to loot over here. Don't go searching around these corners. Now, there are quite a few summon signs that will be in this area, but also a lot of people like to PvP in these zones too. So if you are putting down your summon sign or if you're in human form trying to get help for the boss fight, you're going to possibly get invaded quite often, so you want to be careful about that. Now, beyond this fog gate is Artorias himself, and it's a good boss fight. It's a fun one, and you guys should enjoy doing that. But first, we're going to come over here and talk to this strange-looking fellow. What's up there, buddy? You can actually hear those dogs down below if you've got a good enough headset on.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past?
Alright, so you can answer yes to this.
Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are two of us.
Alright, so we've just created the ability to purchase items from this vendor here. So we can see he's got quite a few things. He's quite a handy vendor here, so you can actually get black fire bombs, which are pretty good. Homeward bones, which of course we love. Humanity are quite pricey. I don't really understand why they're that expensive. And also we can get some bolts and arrows. So this is good because we're going to need some arrows. And I'm going to get some large arrows. Should get maybe 100 arrows. Alright. And I'm going to get a couple homeward bones too. I'm running a little bit low on those. Alright, so we're good there.
So long.
Alright, so the thing about this guy is he's the Marvelous Chester. If you watched my trolling video, I used his character, I kind of role-played as his character to perform my evil side of my trolling techniques. So basically, you can decide to kill this guy if you've decided that his merchant value is of no longer any use to you. And he's got some, you can get this armor set off his body, which is awesome. And also, if you don't kill him, he's going to invade you as a Dark Phantom in a later stage in the DLC, which is fine. I mean, he's not very deadly, but if you kill him here, he won't invade you as a Phantom. And killing him as a Phantom really doesn't give you much of anything. So unfortunately, you know, just kill him after you're done with his merchant services. There's really no purpose to keep him alive at that point. So we can go over here and check out this other area. And this is going to be a shortcut that we activate. And this is going to take us back to the top where we saw earlier. This is the first shortcut that I told you about, and this is where that first Guardian piece was, the gauntlets. So you know where we are. This is close to the bonfire of the Ulasil Sanctuary. So because I don't have any Estus flasks left, I'm going to homeward bone back to that place, and then I'm going to run back over here and use this shortcut to get down to the boss fight that I want to do. Alright. Pretty sweet. Okay. So now we've got some humanity. We're going to reverse hollowing and kindle this bonfire up a little bit. And let me bounce out of this menu real fast and use one more humanity. Alright. So we're going to kindle this till we get 20 Estus flasks. Oh, we've got Princess Dusk there. And we're going to spend some of our souls while we're here. No reason to save a soul, surplus of souls at this point. There's not a lot of things that we need to buy. So we're going to spend on endurance. And let's also repair our equipment. Excellent. Alright, and now let's see, do we want to have any... I don't want to use that, but I might want to put my pyromancy flame on. And let's go ahead and attune some different stuff. So let's get to the pyromancies. And let's just double up on fireballs. Just in case we decide to use them at any point. We've got that ability to use it if we need. Okay. So I'm just going to sprint back to that one portion real quick, that shortcut that we need to take to get down to the Artorias boss fight. And I'm going to be a little rusty on Artorias. It's been a while since I've fought him. The actual last time I fought Artorias, I was using my Indiana Jones character with a whip, and I got so annoyed that I just quit. I was not prepared for that fight when I entered it, and my character's just not... He's not ready for that, unfortunately. I've got to do some tweaking, I've got to upgrade some stuff, and I basically have to jump back into that playthrough and grind out a little bit, and then go back and deal with that guy. So don't worry about the enemies chasing you. Once you get on this thing, it falls so fast that if they decided to come after you, they'd fall and take a hell of a lot of damage. Alright. So we're in good shape now. Gonna enter this boss fight and hope for the best. Come on, baby. Let's get them first try, please. Please, please, please. So we'll watch this cinematic here. So I'm not actually going to use my shield in this fight. I'm going to double hand my weapon. The reality is, you want to try to evade attacks and dodge attacks as often as possible. See, I didn't completely get away from that one. So he didn't do as much damage as it wanted to. But you can see we can do quite a bit of damage to him if we are successful. Trying to remember all his attacks here. I know that's the point where I want to do some attacking. Alright, so he's going to power up here, and you want to come in and start attacking. Now he's going to do a lot more damage when he hits us. So I need to get away from him, do some healing. See how much damage he does. Wow. You just can't avoid that shit. Once you get hit with the major power-up right there, he's going to keep you in that trap of stun and huge damage. Sometimes you can get lucky and roll out of it, but it's really tough. Alright, so I'm going to edit the video to that boss fight again. Second time's a charm, baby. Isn't that what they say? Oh shit. Why, my soul's over here. Come here. Gimme. What? No! Shit. Why are you screaming at me? We were friends once. Oh, you bastard. Stop doing that. That's not nice. Look at you. All your flippy floppy attacks. Why don't you do something that I can damage you with? Not like... Ah, shit. Come on. Do an attack that I like. There we go. God damn it, I keep rolling backwards! Drink that Kool-Aid right in your face, and then you slap me for it. That's not cool. I hate that attack. So you just do it back to back just to piss me off, and then I miss. Like a boss. I miss like a boss. Yeah. Ah, stop that. Uh-oh. Alright, so when he does this, you gotta get in there and go to Pound Town. That's the only way you can stop him from powering up, is get in there and slap him around like that bitch done owe you money. No! Oh god. Oh god, no. Shit. That was good. I'm pro. Power up, bro. Yes! We are doing so good, and I love saying that because it just means that I'm gonna get fucking killed. No! No! God, you guys fucking love it when I jinx myself. I know it. Whoa, shit. Anything but the long stabby. The long stabby hits me, I'm fucked. Alright, we're walking in a big circle, and you're gonna do something stupid, and I'm gonna win. Damn it! Oh, shit! Get away! Oh yeah, the long stabby. What? I knew you were doing it, bro. You fucked up, bitch. Yes! Die! Fuck yeah. Whoops, 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 what? Did I make it? I did make it. See how much time you get? Booyah. I think that worked. Anyways. Well done, me. That was freaking awesome. So you guys see, the major point to that fight is to get in there when he's doing that power up and then slap him around some. Just gotta make sure he doesn't get that power up off. 'Cause that shit will make most of his other attacks like one-hitter quitters. You don't want to fight against that. Alright, so we killed him. Now some crazy stuff's going to happen right about here in a minute. So we're going to run over here and tap on this bonfire real fast. I'm going to show you that before we start the next episode, because that is some important stuffs. Yes. Bonfire is lit, and I will rest. Let me go ahead and level up real fast while I'm here. Endurance, endurance. Nice. Alright, so we're going to run over here. Get out of this scary looking combat. Running around with your sword two-handed is not a nice thing to do. Alright, so you're saying, what's here? What's going on, Sean? You said there was something cool here, and there's not. So you can do this two ways. You can log out, or you can warp somewhere and warp back. So we're just going to exit the game and start back up right away. Okay. So here's this super awesome babe, and she's mourning your bro Artorias. So we're going to have a couple different options here. She's going to ask for Artorias' soul. You can give it to her, or you could say, F that, and kill her, and she's going to give you, by means of dying and leaving them on her corpse, her awesome stuff. So that's the best way to do it. You don't want to give her the soul, because then you don't get maximum value for all your swag. So let's talk to her.
You, is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
No way. No ma'am.
Yes, of course. I must not be presumptuous. Artorias would not have approved.
Okay, so at this point, you can just lay the smackdown on her if you want. She's pretty tough. She's a good fighter, so you got to be cautious about this. So get in your most powerful attack just to start things off.
You humans, always taking what
Oh
you
no.
Then I shall do the same.
Alright, so this fight, you might want to use your shield. Just to learn her attacks. It's been a while. I don't really fight this person very often, so you get to check this stuff out. Alright. So we can see after she does her little blade attacks, she does quite the damage with them. Very fast. Lots of poison buildup. So you need to be careful with that. If I remember correctly, she's going to throw Lloyd's talismans when you try to heal. So you can do like fireball attacks if you want. There's the Lloyd's talisman. Pyromancy flame's good. You want to wait until she's involved. Some kind of action. She's got good dodge reflexes. The best time to throw it is if you see her throwing that Lloyd's talisman, because that really doesn't matter to you too much. Hopefully she dodges forwards or backwards, because that's the best way to make contact with a fireball. She's pretty fast, as you can see. One of the few enemies that chases you with so much speed. But she's just not too smart when it comes to forward and backwards rolling. So that's an easy way to do it. Make sure that you're dodging, or you're walking backwards, so she's coming forward at you, not circling. If she's circling and you're circling, when you throw the fireball, you're going to miss every single time. So you want her to move towards you as you're moving backwards. That's just an easy tactic to use your pyromancy with. So here you get both tracers, the dark silver tracer, which is a dagger, and the gold tracer, which is a sword. Using these in conjunction, they're really cool. It just looks awesome. They're pretty powerful weapons. You guys will like this stuff. It's really nice to play with. And now you get her full armor set, the Lord's Blade armor. So that is pretty awesome. Now, if you had given her the soul, I believe all you get is one of the blades, maybe both. I can't recall, and I'm sorry that I don't have that information. I just haven't done it. So, because I know not to give her the soul. So, sorry about that, but I know that you don't get her armor set without killing her. And if you give her the soul and then you disappear, like if you go somewhere else, she's going to be gone forever and you're never going to have that opportunity to get that armor set again. Oh yeah, so now we're going to head over to this bonfire, tappy tap this bonfire one more time. And that's going to be it for this episode. So I appreciate you guys checking it out. And be sure to check out my social media accounts, Twitter and Instagrams. Yo, it's just Paper Planes Sean. So check that out, follow me there, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thanks for checking out my video. If you enjoyed it, click the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel and social media accounts to keep current with Paper Planes updates. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.